Hey guys, it's AK Films, and today we're gonna give you our top 13 iPhone tips and tricks. So why don't we get started with this video. So tip number 1 is gonna be about the lock screen. So when you turn on your phone, you can see that camera icon, and when you swipe up on that, it'll reveal the camera. And you can access your camera like normal and take pictures and all of that, which is very handy. And also, when you get a notification like this, you can swipe on the message icon to open up messages and respond to that message. So tip number 2 is going to be about camera features. So right away when you open up the camera, you can either take a picture by pressing the camera button or rotate it landscape to use the volume button. Next, when you press on options, you can turn on the grid, turn on the HDMI, and the panorama feature. So you can adjust all these settings as necessary, such as the grid, HDR, and panorama. Now when you press on panorama, so the panorama is pre-built into iOS 6, so it only works on the newer devices. So it's easy to take a panorama and view it. And you can use the HDR settings, which enhances your photography. So tip number 3 is going to be about multitasking. So to turn on multitasking, double press the home button, and to erase apps, you just press and hold like you're going to delete them, and just tap on the minus button. So then the next part is about, you can see all the music, and you can lock the rotation, and you can adjust the volume and the AirPlay settings. So tip number 4 is going to be about Do Not Disturb. So to configure Do Not Disturb, you go into Settings, and when you are in Settings, you'll see the Do Not Disturb, and you can turn that on by pressing on the button. And to adjust all the settings for Do Not Disturb, go into Notifications, Do Not Disturb, and you can adjust all the features through here, such as repeated calls. So if somebody calls you more than a couple times, it'll answer, and you can adjust the schedule and all that. So tip number 5 is going to be about Siri Settings. So since you're in Settings, you can press on Siri, and from here you can adjust all the Siri settings, such as the language. You can configure that there, and also you can adjust all the other settings in there. Now tip number 6 is going to be about guided access. This tip consists in settings again. So you want to go to General, and then you want to go to Accessibility, and then you'll want to go to Guided Access and turn that on. And all you have to do is set your passcode, and you will have to triple click the home button, and you can select the spots on your screen you want to disable. This can come in handy if you want somebody not to touch part of the screen that you don't want them to touch and click on. So this is a very nice feature, so you can block certain parts of your screen. Now let's move on to tip number 7, which is Assistive Touch. So since we're in accessibility already, press on Assistive Touch and turn that on. Once you turn that on, that button will appear, and you'll want to press on that. Then you'll have all these features, such as quick access to Siri, gestures that you make yourself, and other hardware buttons. So it's a very sweet feature. Moving along, tip number 8 is Passcode Secrets. So to turn on passcode, go to General and press on Passcode, and here are some settings. So you can access all these, such as the access stuff, and you can turn on simple passcode and the complex. So that's a simple passcode, and then you can also change your password. And you can also turn on complex password, so you can make longer words, so it gets harder to unlock if you're somebody who wants to access their phone. So this is what it'll look like when you go to the lock screen. You'll just enter the code, and then you will be able to use your phone. So tip number 9 is keyboard tricks, such as adding the emoji keyboard. So go to General, and then Keyboard, and then press on that. Here are all the settings you can change, but then go to Keyboards, add a new keyboard, then find the emoji icon and press on that, and then jump over to a text editor app and then you can insert the emoji symbol just like that, and you can insert text by using Siri by pressing the microphone and inputting text as usual. So tip number 10 is about the music app. So open up the music app and then just press on a piece to play it, and then you can just shake your iDevice to shuffle through all the music, and then it'll play music tracks randomly. So moving on, tip number 11 is notification tricks. So when you get a new message like normal, you can just see it right at the top. In sliding down from the top, you can reveal the notification tray just like normal, and when you tap on the icon, it'll take you to the designated place, like the weather banner to the weather, and also when you press on the stocks, it'll take you to the stock app. So our second to last tip, tip number 12, is Safari tricks. So when you open up Safari, here are the bars at the bottom that you can press on to do different functions, such as add a new tab, and then you can also, when you press on the tab, you can go and share the page by message. You can enter the person who you would want to send the message to, press send, and you can also share it through different sources such as Facebook as well, and you can connect your account like that. You can share it many more ways, and you can add it to your bookmarks menu as well. So next, you can also go to the bookmarks menu where you can see your history and your bookmarked pages in your iCloud. So tip number 13 is how to enable AirPlay. So we already made a video, so all you have to do is click on the annotation right here. So thanks for watching our video, guys. Make sure to comment, rate, subscribe. Any questions, leave those below, and make sure to go to akprofilms.weebly.com.